The Gloomspite Gitz are cunning and vindictive in the extreme. The deranged grotty minds forever spinning up fresh tricks and vicious ploys, dismissing the cackling cruelty of the grots, the hungering ferocity of the squeaks, and the thoughtless strength of the cavern-dwelling troggoths at your own peril. These are the true children of the Bad Moon. Kruleboyz are a cunning but brutal faction of orcs who make their homes in the swamps and bogs of the realms. Often described as Morks for their kinship to Mork, they encourage hard thinking and pride themselves on tactical acts of cruelty. In today's Warhammer Age of Sigmar Battle Report, we're going to be playing a scenario from the Dawnbringer Book 1 Harbingers. We're going to be playing a 1,000-point game. I'll be taking the Gloomspite Gitz out, and Stephen will be playing with the Kruleboyz. The scenario we'll be playing is going to be called Staging Ground. Essentially, for this scenario, I'll be playing the Guard, and I'll be trying to defend my secret plans, and Stephen will be trying to steal them with his Kruleboyz. Stephen's force will be split into two parts, and you'll have one of these come on at the beginning of the game, one come on later, and essentially the victory will be determined by who has the secret plans at the end of the game. For a major victory on the part of the Guard, which will be me, I have to stop Stephen touching those secret plans at all, and for a major victory on Stephen's part, he must get them off the table. And so here we have my Gloomspite Gitz army. My Loon Boss will be the General with the Clammy Hand Command Trait and the Clammy Cow Artifact. I've got a Madcap Shaman with the Hand of Gork and a Mollog in there. I mean, I love the model. 20 Moon Clan Stabbers and 20 Moon Clan Shooters, along with 10 Boingrod Bounders and 3 Rockgut Troggoths will round out the army. And then we have Stephen's Kruleboyz. He's playing in the subfaction Grit and Blades. The killer boss on Great Gnashtooth is going to be the General with the command trait Slippery Scumbag, the Artifact Amulet of Destiny, and the mount trait Smellion. You then got a Merc Knob with Belcher Banner, Swamp Call, the Shaman, and Potgrot with the nasty Hex spell. 2 units of 10 Gut Rippers with Wicked Stickers, 20 Hobgrots, and 6 Man-Skewer Bolt Boys. And so here we are, all deployed in the center of the table as the defenders of the table. We have our Gloomspite Gitz, so we've got the shooters and the stabbers in the center, backed up by the Loon Boss and the little shaman there. We then have Mollog and the Rockgut Trolls and the Squigs, the Boingrot Bounders on that flank. Meanwhile, we are being ambushed by some infiltrating Kruleboyz. So we have a unit of 20 Hobgrot Slitters. We then have a Merc Knob Banner Bearer and 10 Gut Rippers there, rounding out the force. In turn 2, we'll have the rest of the Kruleboyz arrive. Their objective, to try and get that center token off the table. So, with that said, Infiltrators do get the first turn regardless, so on to their turn. Today's video is brought to you by Gap Games, a fantastic retailer in Australia for a variety of different miniature war games. If you'd like to help support the channel, we have an affiliate link where by clicking on and purchasing, you'll help support the channel, but you'll also help support Gap Games, which is a fantastic servant to the community. Alrighty, so to begin the round, we have the hero phase. So you're going to try and generate a command point with your Merc Knob Banner Bearer, so on a 4+. No, I'll go for the same thing on the Loon Boss on a 4+. No, I don't get it either. And so, command points is something interesting. I did get my full 3 because I'm going second, so I get 2, plus the 1 for having my Loon Boss, who is my General, on the table. You only got 1 this round, though, because your General is actually not on the table. That's your Killer Boss on Giant Gnashtooth. So, with that said, you've not actually got anything else to do for your hero phase. You've got no magic, nothing else to do, so we'll go straight into movement. Alright, so you've started moving your Hobgrot Slitters and your Gut Rippers up. I'm going to announce a redeploy with the Squeaks, the Boingrot Bounders here, so they're going to move D6 for just an inch. So with my super useful redeploy of an inch there, you've then finished moving up your Merc Knob Banner Bearer out of the back there, and that'll be the end of movement, so we'll go into shooting. Alright, so you're going to shoot your Hobgrot. 6 of them can't see just due to their placement, and we're both not taller than the fence. So you've got 14 shots coming in, going into my shooters. You will be needing 4s to hit. Alright, so yeah, you're going to need 4s to hit to begin with. That is not a great roll. And then you'll need 3s to wound. So that is 3. So, I am going to need a 5-up save. Yes, you are round 1, but I used all that defense to cancel that out. Because of my banner bearer as well, I actually get +1 save against shooting. So this takes me to a 5-up. Because I'm at 6-up base, so 5-up, and I save 1 to go down though. And so, that will be the end of shooting, so we're going to go into the charge phase next. Alright, so your first charge is going to be with the Hobgrot Slitters, so 2d6. See what we can get. That's a 5. So a 5-inch charge, which actually is a 6-inch charge, because you do get +1 to charge with your musicians in the unit. So next up, you've got your Gut Rippers. They're going to be charging as well, so they get a 7. And so you've actually done that. You've tagged up the Boingrot Bounders, who are one of the units I need to get the charge off with to do most of the damage. So lastly, the Merknob Banner Bearer with a 4. That won't see him in. Does he wish to re-roll his charge? And note, because you've only got the 1 command point, you're choosing to just keep him back for a turn. So with that, we've got no monsters in combat, so there's not going to be any monstrous rampages. So into combat, you get to pick the first fight. Alright, so the Gut Rippers have charged in. They've piled in as your first fight. They need 4s to hit. So go for it. 4s to hit. Looking for 6s because they do mortals, and you've got 2 there. And then 4s to wound after that. Alright, so there'll be 4 armor saves needed from me. So I am going to have my base 4-up save, which I failed 2. And then plus 2 mortal wounds, which means 2 squigs will go down. Alright, so attacking into your Hobgrots. I've used all that attack from the Loom Boss, so this is going to give me the extra mortal wound potential. So first of all, I need 4s to hit, thanks to all that attack. And then we need 4s to wound. 6s are what I want, and I got 1. So you will need to make 4 saves, a 6+. No, so there'll be 5 dead Hobgrots in total from that.
5?
And so the Hobgrots will strike back. You are going to need 5s to hit, but you do 6s explode, so you get a hit for them. And then you will need 5s to wound. And made a mistake, it's 4s to hit for you, so you've actually got 2 extra hits, so 5s to wound on them, and you got another one, so 3 armor saves on my Grots. So I saved them all. Alright, so piled in, so we have 6 of the Squigs in the fight. They're all the same attack profile though, so they are 4s to hit. And yeah, it's actually 5s to hit, not 4s, so I only got 8 hits, so now we need 3s to wound. So we will get 4 wounds through on your Gut Rippers. These are going to be -1 to your save, so they will need a 6+ save. Save none, so that'll take 2 Gut Rippers down. Alright, so battle shock wise, for your Hobgrots, you're choosing to auto pass them as you would lose d6 +1 otherwise. For your Gut Rippers, you need to roll a 1 or 3 for them to be fine, having lost 2 models. 6, that's not good. So that'll be 3 extra Gut Rippers flee. And so, battle shock for me, I'm going to auto pass the Squigs. I don't want any fleeing there. I'm then going to roll for the Grots, who lost 2 this round. 1, I am fine with the Grots with a pass of 3. So with that said, that's it for the Kruleboyz turn 1. So we go into the Gloomspite Gitz turn 1. Alright, so start of my hero phase for Gloomspite Gitz. I'm going to attempt to generate a CP on the Loom Boss on a 4+. I do not. You can attempt to generate a command point, or you can go for a deny. So you've instead going for Heroic Willpower, and that's a good thing because my spell is going to be Hand of Gork. So we're going to try and cast to begin with. A 4 will not cast, so that fails. So that failed. So with that, I've got nothing left in my hero phase to do, so we'll go into movement. And so movement-wise, I've just had to run the Trogs around because my own Squigs are stopping them. So with that is all my movement. So we're going to go into shooting next. And so shooting phase-wise, the shooters are going to shoot and back up their stabber friends in combat. So we're targeting the Hobgrot Slitters. We need 4s to hit. And then 5s to wound. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4 saves needed on the Hogrots. Right. 4 6+ saves needed on your Hogrots from the Ring Clan shooters. Save 1, 3 more go down. Alright, so start in the shooting phase as well. Morlog on a 2+ is going to send the bat squeak after your dude. So on a 2+, you take a mortal wound on your character back there. And so with that, I can't make any shooting attack with the rock guts because there is an actual shooting attack and they ran. That is all my shooting. So we're going to go into combat for the turn. And I'm going to start with the Boingrots. Alright, so Squigs are going to attack. We are going to need 5s to hit due to your scare tactics. So 5s. And then 3s to wounds. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 saves at -1 on your Gut Rippers. So these will be needing 6+. Wow, nice. 3. So that is just a single Gut Ripper and a wound on another. Right, so the Hobgrots are going to fight against the Stabbers. So just going on your base profile, 5s to hit. Now you need 5s to wound after those. So that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 saves needed. So 5 ups. Pass 1, 4 go down. And so I am going to go all out attack again on the Hobgrots. So I need, this will be needing 5s to hit, 4s to hit now thanks to all out attack. And then 5s to wound, 6s dealing mortals in addition. So there'll be no mortals and just 2 wounds on the Hobgrots. So 2 6+ saves. No, so 2 Hobgrots go down. Alright, so the 4 Gut Rippers here going back into the Boingrots. You are going to need 4s to hit. 6 to do mortals though. So there's 2 mortals, that is literally it. So we'll just kill one. Will be the end result of that. Which I'm going to actually have to kill my leader of the unit there because of just how I've got things deployed. Right, so battle shock wise, your Gut Rippers can still fail the save on a 6. No, you are fine this round. I lost 1 Boingrot Bounder, so I can fail on a 6 as well. I don't, I'm fine. And so both our units over there, we need a 3 or less on our units. So I got a 2, I'm fine. And then for you, Battle Shock.
And I no longer have that.
So yeah, you need a 3 or less as well. 6, and these 3 Hobgrots will flee. Alrighty, so we're going to go priority for turn 2. So for the Gloomspite Gitz, going to be the black dice. I got a 2, you got a 6, so you're going to get to pick who has the turn.
Me.
You're taking it with the Kruleboyz. Cool. So we're going to your hero phase, which is pretty much non-existent except for your heroic action. So you can try and generate a command point on a 4+. You do this time, so your Mercnob will have a command point to spend. I'm going to try, I guess, on the Loon Boss. I don't. And so with that, that is the hero phase done for the round. So go into movement. You've got your movement with all your other units, or rather just your Mercnob really. And then all your reinforcements can come on as well at the end of your movement phase. Alright, so end of your movement phase, your Mercnob Banner Barret moved up. He's getting closer to the secret plans for bottle snatching in the middle of the table. And then you've had your Gut Rippers, the Bolt Boys, the Shaman, and your Killer Boss on Gnashtooth move into the center. So now we've got shooting to go into. Alright, so your Hobgrots to start with, 7 shots into the Stabbers. They need 4s to hit. So that will be 4 hits, and then 3s to wound. 3, -1, so these will be 6 ups. No, fail all of them, so 3 go down from scrap grenades. So the Bolt Boys are going to shoot into the grot here, into my Stabbers. So you are going to need, with your aim shot, you're going to need 2 pluses to hit. Well, that is literally the Bolt Boys per shot. You don't need to roll any more dice, because the 1s miss, and the 6s do 2 mortal wounds, and that's it. And so that is it for your shooting phase. So we're going to go into charges next. Who is charging first? Gut Rippers are charging. Cool. So 2d6 on them. I mean, that's some more 6s, so 12-inch charge. Alright, so the Gut Rippers make it into the Troggles like that, keeping Moloch out of the combat. Your Merknob Belcher Banavera is going to go next for a charge. With a 3. And so using his free command point for the round, you're going to do the reroll charge. So 10. That'll see him go where he wants to. So the Merknob charges into the Loon Boss next. So with that, I think that's all the charges we're going to see. Alright, so start of combat, you've got the Breath of the Mydrake from the Belcher Banner. You're going to start with the shooters. Roll a dice to see what happens. So that is just a mortal wound on them. We'll then roll for the Shaman. We suffer a mortal wound as well. And the Loon Boss. We suffer D3 mortal wounds. So D3 for 3. Ouch. And so from those mortal wounds, I do have a ward save on the Loon Boss. I've got a 6+ ward. I passed none of them. And so the Merknob's then going to attack my Loon Boss with 3 attacks. I'm going to spend a CP for all-out defense on my Loon Boss here. So you've got 3 attacks. Go for it. Need 3s to hit. And that is 2 mortals. So you then need 3s to wound on your next lot though. So 2 dice. And 3s to wound. 1, so an armor save with +1 but -1, so I've got a 4+ save. Nope, so I've now got 4 damage. I need to roll 3 6s on 4 dice to not die, because I've got a ward save of 6+. Well, I'm already dead from that. And that dice are going to stop rolling at some point. Wow, that felt like it went forever. No, so the Loon Boss goes down. Alright,
what are their damage?
Trogs are going to attack next. I'm going to use all-out attack. No, you're choosing not to use anything. So I am -1 to hit, but my all-out attack brings me back to my normal hitting, which is 3s with my massive stone mauls. So I hit 4 times. And then we are 3s to wound. Wound all of these, so these will all go through. That'll be 12 damage. So that'll be 6 dead Gut Rippers. Right, so the Gut Rippers here into the squeaks, 9 attacks. Needing 4s to hit, looking for 6s though. So that'll be 2 mortal wounds. And so 4+ to wound with your 1 other hit. Nothing, so it'll just be a dead squeak. Alright, 5 attacks from the Grots with the champion there. So we are needing 5s. And then 4s. 1 save and a 6+ on your Hobgrots. Nope. So 1 goes down. Right, the Hobgrot's striking back, so you are going to need 4s to hit. And then we need 5s to wound. Nothing back at me. So I'll go with the squeaks then. And so the squeaks striking at the Gut Rippers back then. We need 5s to hit. And 3s to wound. So it'll be that many saves, please, on your Gut Rippers. These will be at a 6+. So it'll be 1 dead, 2 dead, 3 dead, and a half. So you've got the Gut Rippers over here to attack. You have 4 of them left, including your champ. So that means you'll have 9 attacks there as well. Needing 4s to hit against the Rock Guts. So just the 3 with no mortal wounds. And then you will need 4s to wound. Two. These will be a 4+ save. Nope, and a 5+ ward. Save 1. Then the Madcap Shaman will attack back, so he actually hits. He needs a 4 to wound. And he wounds. This is -1 on your Merknobs. So 5+ save. No, and so take D3 damage for 3. Alrighty, so that will be it for the Orcs' turn. We have Battle Shock to make. I'm going to have to spend a point on the Grots, the stabbers there, to make them stay. Yeah, I'm going to make them stay. I'd rather you have to fight your way through next round again. And then we're going to go with the Squigs. Did lose a model, so they will have to roll. 2, they're fine. So, unit of Gut Rippers that lost 3. Roll the dice. 5, 3, 8, so your champ there's just going to flee. And then your other unit lost 6, so going to auto pass them, I assume?
Yep.
Yep. And so now it will be Gloomspite Gitz turn 2. Alright, so Gloomspite Gitz turn 2. We're going to start my hero phase, first of all, by trying to go with a command point. We'll actually do it on Mollog. So I get it on a 2+ now, because my general is dead.
Plus?
And no, you don't actually need to go heroic willpower anymore, which you were going to, because you've got your shaman on the table now. So command point on no, because you need a 4+ because your general is there. So I'm going to try and go Arcane Bolt. I got a 9 to cast. You can try and dispel. That is an 8, so I will successfully cast it. And then that's the end of the hero phase. Start of the movement phase. I'm going to unleash it onto your Merknob for D3 mortal wounds. Now, first of all, before I do that, the effect of the spell, you can ignore it on a 5+ thanks to your Kragnos banner. So 5+, no. So you're going to take D3 mortal wounds. You take 2 and he goes down. Killed by the shaman. Right, so movement-wise, I've still got the Squigs to move, actually, so I'll move them in a sec. Mollog has moved up, and so we've done a little bit of repositioning here with the Grots. So the Squigs move up as well. Start of my shooting phase, Mollog is within range of your Shaman, so get to roll a dice on a 2+. Mortal wound on your Shaman. Alright, so the shooters are going to go into the Hogrots. They need 5s to hit, and 4s to wound. Just 4 wounds. And so 6+ saves. 4 go down. Alright, so the Trunks are then going to throw bolters at the Gut Rippers there. You've only got 4 models in the unit, so 5+, I just do a mortal wound. Nothing. They do absolutely nothing as the dice spins and spins forever. So charges, I'm going to charge with Mollog to begin with. Going to charge into your Gut Rippers. Got 4. Ooh, that's going to be close. Alright, so Mollog makes the charge. I'm then going to charge with the Squigs as well. So 2d6. That is a 3. I'm going to have to spend a command point to re-roll that. That is a 7. So the Squigs make it in, but you are going to use Unleash Hell against me. So you are going to get your hasty shots. You have 12 shots. You're -1 to hit, so you do need 5s to hit, but 6s do mortal wounds. Spin, 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 and it's a 1. So 2 mortal wounds, so you do kill 1, and then 1 wound as well. So a 3+ to wound is needed. This will be -1, so that'll fail, so they'll kill 2 Squigs on the way in. And so should have actually done my Squigs first, but oh well. So we're just going to roll 6 dice, so 4 pluses. And I kill 1 of you back. And so the Squigs are then piling in at the start of combat. So we are going to need 4s to hit now. And so 3 to wound. So that will be 5. Now these are going to be Ren -2. So they're going to go straight through your Bolt Boys. And they're also damage 2. So that's just going to kill the Bolt Boys outright. 5 of them just go down, which is the unit. Alright, so the Gut Rippers going into the Rock Gut Trogos, so needing 4s to hit, 6s do mortals. I've got a mortal and 2 hits, so you need 2 dice to get 4+ to wound. So 4+ to wound. So 1 armor save, which I save, and then 1 mortal wound, 5+ as well. No, take another. I'll go with the Grots over here, 5 attacks into yours. I'll get 2 hits. And 2 wounds. So 2 saves, 6 pluses. No, that takes out the last of the Hogrots. Alright, so the killer boss. We're going to go with the Fangs and Jaws from your mount. So 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. All hit. And then wounding on 3s. 3 at rend -2. So these will be 6+ saves. Save none, so they are all damage 2, so that's just 3 dead. Then you've got 4 attacks from the killer boss himself, so he needs 3 to hit, but 6s do 2 mortals with him. And that is the mortal, so that will kill the last one off. And take them off the table as well. And so the trogs are going to go into your gut rippers, so I'm going to go all out attack on them from Moloch. So they will score 4 hits. And then 3s. Just 1, but it is damage 3, so it kills 1 and a bit. And so Moloch will then go, he's got the Puff Fungus Club with 3 attacks, hitting on 4s because of your stupid thing. So only 1, 2+ to wound, it does wound. Rend -2, so go straight through again, and damage 3 again, so this will kill 2 dudes and leave your champion alive by himself. And so, Battle Shock wise,
I have to roll.
Yeah, you got to roll for him. So he lost 3 of his buddies, and that means he'll flee as well. So this does just leave both your characters on the table, but they are how you win the game. So we've got priority roll off now. Today's video is brought to you by Baron of Dice, a premium wargaming dice that make your table come alive. Now, if you're looking for some great dice to suit an army you play on the tabletop in a variety of different games, go to Baron of Dice and check out their website. You can also use our discount code down in the video's description, which will help support the channel, but also nab you a cheap little discount. The dice you see pictured here are the official dice for Parabellum's Last Argument of Kings Conquest by them as well, which you can find on the Parabellum eStore as well. So priority for turn 3. I've got a 5 and you got a 3. I'm actually going to give you the turn because I want you to come to me. So, hero phase, first of all, you do have a heroic action you can use. So on a 4+, your general gains a command point. No. On a 2+, Moloch will get one. He does. And then you're going to cast the spell, Summon Boggy Mist, so go for it, 2d6. Goes off on a 9, I'll try and dispel it, might as well. I do not, so that's good for you. And then you're obviously giving the poisons to the doggo, and we go into movements. And so your movement's all done, like so. So with that said, it's just into shooting, which you don't have anymore, so charges. And so the doggo is charging your killer boss on Great Gnashtooth.
Do this.
It's a 9, so he's going to get in. So that is what charges look like. So +1 to hit now because you charge with your killer boss on Giant Gnashtooth. So you got 4 attacks. These will be from the mount to start with. So 2s to hit, 3 hits, and 3s to wound, 3s to kill because they're shooters. So it's 6 dead so far, so 4 more dice. These are for the rider, 2s to hit. So it's just 2 dead straight away. So it's 8 dead. And then 3s, so it's another 2. Another 2. So it's 10 dead all up. Alright, so 10 dead grots. Shooters are going to fight back. They need 5s to hit though. So 2 and 5s. Nothing with them. And then 5 attacks from those stabbers on the other side. They got 2 hits. They need 4s to wound at least. I got 1. 3+. And you're fine. I am going to auto pass the shooters. Surprise, surprise. So that means he'll go to Gloomspite Gitz turn 3.
Yep.
Right, so just finished my movement, and you're going to declare a redeploy with the shaman there. So d6 inches of movement for 1. Redeploys have been terrible today. And so shooting next, Moloch on a 2+ is going to shoot your shaman. Mortal wound on the shaman. And the trogs will also throw rocks. So if these 3 dice are all 5-ups, the trogs will kill you by throwing boulders at you. I mean, it almost did. You take 2 mortals from the trogs throwing boulders. I have one last chance. Motlog is going to use the Jabbertoad. We need a 4 to hit. And I miss. His Shaman lives with a single wound. So we go into charges. The Trogs there, the Rock Guts, need a 7 to charge your Gnash Tooth. Oh, actually. So the 10 shooters into the Doggo. Alright then. 4s. 1. 3 plus save. He takes a wound.
How many wounds does he have?
How many wounds does he have? That's a good question. Yeah. So, charges. I need a 7 with those Trogs to get into your Gnash Tooth. And I don't... Gonna have to spend a command point to re-roll this. And so, with your -1, that will still hit the 7 I need to get in. And then Motlog will also make a charge. He got a 5, so that's not going to see him in. He'll have to stay where he is. So I'm then going to attack with the Trogs first. And because you haven't charged this turn, your Smelly 1 ability takes precedence. So you're -1 to hit now. So I am going to have to spend my last command point for the round to get +1 to hit to go back to my 3s to hit. Wow. 3 to wound. I wound you at least. -2, so this is going to be a 5+ save. He saves it. He can strike back next. Alright, so you're going with him next. So you're needing 3s to hit with the Doggo. 2 hits. And 3s to wound. 1. So 6+ save. Nope. And 2 damage, so 5 up ward. Save 1, take 1, so it's a wound. And then the Rider needing 3s to hit. 6 to 2 mortals, so that's just 2 mortals. And then 1 hit. And 3 to wound. Wounds. 5 up and fail it. So 2, 6 up, 5 up wards. So another, so take 2, so that kills 1. And he goes down to 3. And so the shooters then, needing 5s to hit. Alrighty, shooters. Just go and almost get 50% of your hits. And then don't wound with anything. The stabbers will then go as well. Actually, only 2 hits because you're -1 to hit. Thanks to Smelly 1. And 1 wound. 1 3+ save. Saved it. So, with that, we'll get priority for turn 4. This game is far from over. So, priority for turn 4. So, I got a 5. You got a 2. I'm going to take it, because I can hopefully try and remove your dude off the table with this. So, top of my turn, I'm going to attempt to try and cast a Arcane Bolt with my Shaman. I get it on a 10. You do not stop me. So that is pretty much going to be it for my hero phase. So start of the movement phase, we're going to unleash it onto your dog. So he takes 2 mortals. Movement, it really is just Motlog. So Motlog is then going to, at the start of the shooting phase. Before that though, you're doing a redeploy with your Shaman. So 1 dice. For 6 this time. And so you run away, but does the Bat Squid get you anyway? 2+. He does. Bat Squid takes him out anyway.
Both of them go?
No, Bat Squid. And so we are then going to have the Jabbertoad shoot into the killer boss. Hits. Wounds. I'll keep that dice for later. And so no run, so your base 3 up. Maybe I'll keep that dice too. 2 Trogoffs will then shoot the killer boss. So 5 pluses to do mortals. 1 mortal wound on him. 10 shooters needing 5s. And then 5s. Nothing. And so charges. We're going to have Motlog charge in to trap you there. 6. Alright, so combat. Trongs are going first. They are going to go all out attack. So 3s. That is better. 3s. 3 at -2, so 3 5-up saves on him. So there's going to be 4. I think that takes you down to 2. Alrighty, so you're going to attack these little grots here. So first of all, 4 attacks from your mount, needing 3s to hit. 2. And so you just need to get these through on 3s. Ren -2, that'll see the stabbers dead. Alright, so you've got 2 wounds left. Can Mollog kill you? Otherwise, you've got the potential of just running out of there with my secret plans. So Mollog, 3 attacks, all hit. 2s to wound, all wound. 3 at rend -2. So you've gone +1 save, you've gone on all out defense, you're spending your last command point. So you are going to be -2, so it goes from a 2, 3, 4+. Must pass them all. You only failed 1, which means this is D3 damage. So if I don't roll, I roll a 1, you've got 1 wound left.
No.
And so I now have 10 shooters. They need 5s to hit. They need 6s to hit because you use a smelly 1 ability. So 1 hit. I mean, that's enough. 5+ to wound. That's enough. You have a 2+ save at current. Oh, could not have been any closer to dying from a little shiv in the back of the head. So that will be your turn now. So the big thing here is, do you grab the plans? 3+. You do have them. Now, you can retreat, which can only be your base movement.
Yep.
Today's battle report is also brought to you by Mithras Games, fantastic tabletop wargaming mats out of New Zealand. Now, Mithras Games has a variety of different mats. We've got the fantastic Desert Red, the nice Tundra Green, and the frosty Ice Blue here as well. All of these mats are a really nice high quality, generally very similar to how you would get your mouse pads for your mats, but fantastic high quality mats. We love them. Mithras Games are a fantastic supporter of the channel. You can pop on over to their website, especially if you're local to Australia or New Zealand. They're a fantastic company to help support. And so that is your turn, just moving out, because you're not going to declare any charges. You do have that. Now, the important part here is, do you get the turn next? You're on 1 wound. You haven't used your finest hour yet. You've still got heroic healing as well now. So you need to win the turn. However, you just went, so I break ties. So, turn 5. I got a 4. You must. I break ties in the unfortunate circumstance. So I'm going to declare it. I'm just going to cast Arcane Bolt to begin with. Goes off on a 6. You have no dispels. And so you've actually chosen to go on Heroic Willpower because, I mean, if you don't survive this, and you do stop me. So I'm just going to go straight into my shooting phase, and Mollog on a 2-up is going to send the Bat Squig after you. And he does. The Bat Squig wins the game. You almost got away with it there. But give me my plans, and then I actually won't have to turn after you. So that means it will only be a minor victory to me because the plans are on the table and have been taken. And so the day is won by the Gloomspite. I am only going to get a minor victory because you did end up taking the plans, but you haven't got my plans for bottle snatching thanks to Bat Squig. And that's the end of the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and also drop a comment down below letting us know what you thought about the video. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our fine little community here at Sinful Gaming, we have a Discord server linked down in the video's description. Also linked down in the video's description are the best ways to help support the channel. You can use one of our affiliate links to Gap Games or Element Games if you're in Australia or the United Kingdom, or you can subscribe to our YouTube members or Patreon, or grab some merch from our merch stores on Teespring or Ko-fi. All the best ways to help support the channel. As a special thanks to all our Patreon and YouTube members, we'd like to give them all a shout out. So thank you to our Patrons, Broken Chef, Andy C, Grimskull, Colorblind Magic, Benjamin Swallows, James Cater, Mark Harvey, Domir, Average Wargamer, JJ Austrian, Cure Dynamic, Andrew Bowen, Outer and Shot First, Kenny Lowell and Soren, and to our YouTube members, Green Roots Gaming, Ronya, Lock Lorick, The Johnny84, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, James Tillman, Disco, John Castle, and Gargamel196. Thank you all once again for watching. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Stay safe everyone, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.